A 70-year-old patient came to my office with a list of medications that wouldn't fit on a single sheet. Doctor, I take anti-inflammatory for my knee, cream for my skin, medication for circulation, pills for my prostate. I spend a fortune every month and nothing really improves. When I suggested he try something that costs pennies and that he could buy at any pharmacy, he almost laughed in my face. Doctor, you're kidding me, right? I wasn't. 7 days later, he came back to the office, and the first thing he said was, "Why didn't anyone tell me this before? My knee already hurts less. The skin on my hands that was always cracking is soft, and the swelling in my legs has visibly reduced, all with a single natural product." My name is Dr. Fernanda Arruda. I'm a urologist with over 15 years dedicated to men's health here in Brazil. And today I'm going to reveal 5 surprising uses for castor oil that can transform your health in just 7 days. Uses that the pharmaceutical industry prefers you don't know about because they cost pennies and replace products that cost hundreds of reais. Stick with me until the end because the 5th use is specifically for men over 60. And it's something almost no one on the internet is talking about. Tell me in the comments, have you ever used castor oil for anything? I want to know your experience because this video will open your eyes. Before showing you the 5 uses, you need to understand what this oil is and why it's so powerful. Because when you know the science behind it, everything I'm going to say next makes immediate sense. Castor oil is extracted from the seeds of the castor bean plant, which has existed for thousands of years. The Egyptians were already using it over 4,000 years ago to treat inflammation, heal wounds, and care for the skin. According to historical records, Cleopatra used it on her eyelashes and facial skin. Hippocrates, the father of medicine, prescribed it for pain and digestive problems. We're not talking about an internet fad, we're talking about one of humanity's oldest natural remedies. What is castor oil and why does the industry hide it? The secret lies in ricinoleic acid. This is the main component of castor oil, present in about 90% of its composition. Ricinoleic acid has anti-inflammatory, analgesic, antimicrobial, and moisturizing properties. It's a rare combination that very few natural substances offer. So, why don't you hear about it in the doctor's office? Simple, castor oil costs very little. It can't be patented. No laboratory makes money from it. The pharmaceutical industry has no interest in promoting something that costs pennies and that you can buy without a prescription. They prefer you spend on creams that cost $200, continuous use anti-inflammatories, and expensive treatments that address symptoms without solving the cause. I'm not saying all medications are unnecessary. I'm saying there are incredibly effective natural solutions that are ignored purely for commercial reasons. And castor oil is perhaps the biggest example of that. Tell me in the comments if you already knew about the ancient history of this oil. Most people have no idea what they have in their hands. Let's move on to the first use, and this is the one that impresses my patients the most due to the speed of the results. Castor oil applied directly to the joints works as a powerful natural anti-inflammatory. Knees, shoulders, elbows, lower back, hands, any joint that's painful, swollen, or stiff. The technique is simple and is called a castor oil pack. Benefit 1. Ends, joint, and muscle pain. You'll need a piece of flannel or thick cotton cloth, enough castor oil to soak the cloth, plastic kitchen wrap, and a hot water bottle or heated towel. Apply a generous layer of castor oil directly to the painful joint. Place the oil-soaked cloth over the area. Cover with plastic wrap to keep the oil in place and avoid mess. On top, place the hot water bottle or heated towel. Leave it on for 30 to 45 minutes. Do this every night before bed. What's happening during this time? The ricinoleic acid penetrates the skin and reaches the inflamed tissues. It inhibits the substances that cause pain and swelling called prostaglandins. At the same time, the heat dilates the local blood vessels, improving circulation and accelerating the removal of toxins that fuel inflammation. My patients report noticeable relief after the second or third application. After 7 days of continuous use, the difference in mobility and pain is impressive. That 70-year-old patient I mentioned, his knee improved so much that he started walking in the park every morning again, with an oil that costs less than 20. And look, I left the link to the castor oil I recommend in the video description. It's the same type I prescribe to my patients in the office. If you suffer from joint pain, comment below which part of your body bothers you the most. You'll be surprised by what this oil can do. The second use will change how you care for your skin because after 60, men's skin goes through changes that most men simply ignore. It becomes thinner, drier, more fragile. Hands crack, elbows get rough, feet dry out to the point of forming painful fissures, and the face loses its firmness. Most men don't use moisturizer thinking it's for women, or when they do, they buy some cheap cream that hydrates on the surface but doesn't penetrate deeply. Castor oil is completely different. Ricinoleic acid has a unique molecular structure that allows it to penetrate deep layers of the skin. It doesn't just stay on the surface, giving that temporary soft feeling. It really enters the tissue, draws water into the cells, and stimulates collagen production. It's hydration from the inside out. Benefit 2, recovers, dry skin, and rejuvenates. The application is simple. For the face, apply 3 to 4 drops in the palm of your hand. Warm it by rubbing your hands and gently massage your entire face before bed. For hands and elbows, apply a generous layer and, if possible, cover with cotton gloves overnight. For feet, apply plenty of oil to the heels and cover with socks. After 7 days of daily use, the transformation is visible. The skin becomes softer, more elastic, more hydrated. Those painful cracks on the feet start to close. Hands look more presentable, and on the face, fine wrinkles begin to soften. And there's a bonus that few know. Castor oil also has antimicrobial properties. This means it protects the skin against infections, something particularly important for older people who have more vulnerable skin. If your skin is dry, cracked, or looking aged, comment below. You'll want to come back in a week to tell me the results. The third use is especially important for men over 60 because it tackles a problem that affects millions of people in this age group. Swollen, heavy legs with that fatigue that doesn't go away, often with visible varicose veins, and fluid retention that worsens throughout the day. Castor oil, when used in leg massages, works as a powerful stimulant for the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is like the body's drainage network. It removes accumulated fluids, toxins, and inflammatory waste. When this system is sluggish, which is common with age, fluid gets retained in the tissues and the legs swell. The technique is this: apply castor oil generously to both legs, from the ankles to the thighs. With firm hands but without excessive pressure, make movements from bottom to top. Always from bottom to top. This pushes the fluid in the right direction back to the central circulation. Massage each leg for 3 to 5 minutes. Do this every night before bed. Benefit 3, improves circulation and reduces leg swelling. The ricinoleic acid penetrates the skin and stimulates local circulation. The massage activates the lymphatics, and the upward movement directs the retained fluid where it needs to go. The result is an immediate feeling of lightness in the legs, reduction in swelling over the days, and progressive improvement in overall circulation. And here's the connection that most people don't make. Improving circulation in the legs improves circulation throughout the body, including the pelvic region. More blood circulating means more oxygen reaching where it's needed, including the sexual organs. So, this nightly leg massage isn't just about swelling, it's about overall vitality. If you suffer from swollen, heavy legs or varicose veins, comment below. And pay attention, because the fifth benefit I'm going to show you soon is the one that surprises the men who consult me the most. The fourth use is one that affects the self-esteem of many men, because hair loss after 60 is something that deeply impacts how you see yourself and how you feel. Hair thins, receding hairlines grow, the scalp shows more and more, and most think there's nothing to do but accept it. Castor oil has been used for decades to strengthen hair and stimulate growth, and it's not just folk wisdom. The ricinoleic acid in the oil has the ability to increase blood flow to the scalp when massaged into the area. More blood means more nutrients and oxygen reaching the hair follicles. Well-nourished follicles produce thicker, stronger hairs that are more resistant to falling out. Benefit 4 strengthens hair and combats baldness. The technique is simple. Before bed, apply a tablespoon of castor oil directly to the scalp. With your fingertips, massage in circular movements for 5 minutes. Cover the entire area, especially where the hair is thinner or sparser. If possible, leave it on overnight with a shower cap or old pillowcase to avoid staining the pillow. Wash in the morning with regular shampoo. Do this 3 times a week. In 4 to 6 weeks, many men notice that hair loss decreases significantly. The strands become visibly thicker, and in some cases, areas that seem dormant start to show new growth. It's not a miracle, it's direct nutrition to the follicle. Additionally, castor oil has antifungal properties that combat dandruff and seborrheic dermatitis, 2 common scalp problems in men that contribute to hair loss. For those following along and wanting to try it, I left the link to the castor oil I recommend in the video description. It's important to use a pure, cold-pressed oil without additives. That makes all the difference in the results. Tell me in the comments if hair loss is something that worries you. You'll be surprised by what this oil can do for your scalp. Now comes the fifth and final benefit. This is the one I consider most important for men over 60, and it's what almost no one on the internet is talking about. I'm talking about the castor oil pack on the pelvic region, lower abdomen, and perineum. And the effects can be surprising for the prostate, bladder, and sexual circulation. The male pelvic region is an area that suffers a lot with age. Circulation decreases, muscles weaken, the prostate tends to inflame, and the entire urinary and sexual system is affected. The castor oil pack in this region works in 3 simultaneous ways. First, as a natural anti-inflammatory. Ricinoleic acid penetrates the tissues and helps reduce chronic inflammation that often settles in the prostate and surrounding tissues. Men with prostatitis or benign hyperplasia may feel significant relief from urinary discomfort and the feeling of heaviness in the area. Benefit 5. The secret: application in the pelvic region. Second, stimulation of local circulation. The combination of the oil with the heat from the pack dilates the vessels in the pelvic region. More blood reaches the prostate, bladder, and sexual organs. This improvement in local circulation can result in firmer erections, less urinary discomfort, and better sensitivity. Third, relaxation of the pelvic muscles. Many men carry chronic tension in the pelvic floor without realizing it. The warm castor oil pack helps this musculature relax, relieving symptoms like urinary urgency, pain when urinating, and even difficulty maintaining an erection. The technique is the same as the joint pack: cloth soaked in castor oil, applied to the area between the navel and the pubic bone. Plastic wrap on top, hot water bottle or heated towel. 30 to 45 minutes before bed. Do it for 7 consecutive days and observe the results. This is the use that no video on the internet is showing, and it's what can make the biggest difference in your quality of life as a mature man. If you have any urinary or sexual discomfort, comment below. This information can completely change how you care for that part of your body. Now, I want to end by telling you something that goes beyond any oil, any recipe, any technique. Something I have learned from listening to thousands of men throughout my career. The best solutions for your body are almost always the simplest. Nature has already given you practically everything you need to live with health, vitality, and dignity. The problem is that no one taught you how to use it, and the industry prefers you continue depending on expensive and complex products because that's how they profit. But now you know a single oil that costs less than $20 and that in 7 days can relieve your joint pain, recover your skin, improve circulation in your legs, strengthen your hair, and care for your pelvic region. 5 real benefits proven by ancient use and modern science. The message that will change how you care for your body. That 70-year-old patient in his last consultation told me something that sums it all up. Doctor, I used to spend over $500 a month at the pharmacy. Today I spend less than $50 and feel better than I did 10 years ago. No one taught me it could be this simple. That phrase should be on the door of every pharmacy in Brazil. You deserve to know there are alternatives. You deserve the power of choice. You deserve to care for your body with intelligence, not dependence. So if this video opened your eyes, subscribe to the channel now and turn on notifications. Every week, I bring content that the industry prefers you don't see. Share this video with that friend who always complains about knee pain, dry skin, or swollen legs. This information could change his life. And tell me in the comments which of the 5 benefits you'll try first. I read every message and respond whenever I can. A hug from Dr. Fernanda, and see you in the next video. Take care with wisdom. Nature is on your side.